50. Put up. 51 the mic, boy. 51.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's got some space here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, check. Fresno. Slam. Check 52. Joker. Watch that squeeze.
This is Scarborough. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Grant. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 16 yards, a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And some room to work. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Bo Scarborough, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Hey, let's go. I smell fear in that offense. 27 miles now.
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go. 10 over. 47's the mic.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run on first down. Grant. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
I'm going to come back to you.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On second down now. It's Grant. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Check. Check three. Go. Switch.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Shoot.
Hatchet. Check.
Now Scarborough. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. On second and 11 now. Dobbs. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, a 22.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Grant. And some space here. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Yeah, he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. He'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Jakeem Grant with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards. First down, Jets.
47. Mike 47. All day.
Rudolph on first down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robert Foster, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
1 yard gain brings up
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, got tight left, tight his left. 4 down. Check.
Go, Mike. Hey, it's time to Hey, let's go. It's time to crouch.
You got nothing today.
Back to throw Dobbs. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 2nd and 12, Dobbs. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, it was 2nd and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They're going to try and throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 14-yard line. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rudolph. This will be caught just inside the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robert Foster with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dobbs. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Let's go, brother.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Take 4. 36. Check the backer, check the backer. Check. Squeeze. One.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On first down, Downs to throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Check, 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 check.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Slam. Zip it.
Motion back.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Stop your whining.
To throw on 3rd down. Dobbs under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Check three, check.
On 4th down, Dobbs. He finds Beckham complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Go, Mike. Where'd he go?
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Out, 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 out. Go.
Shift.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards on the ground.
First down, New York.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's Michel once again. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more coming.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Five.
Rudolph. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. From the red zone now, Rudolph. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Pilot, 64, weak. They go.
Now they will throw it here with Rudolph. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check, 47. Here we go.
Now it's Rudolph. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Dobbs now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip. Neil. Check safety. Jam.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Mike 51.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm coming after you. Check 31, check 31.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's complete to Grant. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. 951, 951. Watch the curve. Kill, 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 kill. Set, hut. Crunch, crunch. Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Hopkins with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the